We wanted you guys to take this challenge. Okay, if you didn't have J for your PB&J, what would you put instead? Mark Garrison, first of all, how terrified were you to mess with the classic PB&J formula?
Not terrified at all, because I find a lot of times because there's already a lot of sweetness in most peanut butters that you get.
They're mostly
sugar in there like that. Yeah, so when you add the jelly in, especially if it's grape or strawberry, I find it entirely too sweet. So I think the ultimate companion to peanut butter is honey. I can even imagine. I'm not an expert in peanut psychology, but I can imagine peanuts in the fields like wanting to someday become peanut butter and join with honey. So I think honey is great.
You've thought this through. Okay, how about you, Dan? Were you concerned and possibly worried about messing with the classic PB&J recipe?
I was not concerned because, to me, I mean, it's called peanut butter and jelly. There's a reason why they put peanut butter first in the name of this food, and that is because peanut butter is the featured ingredient here. Jelly is really just a role player.
See, it's that kind of information that makes the Sporkful podcast.
That's right.
So important to America today. All right, Dan Pashman and Mark Garrison, what we've asked you to do is come up with your own version, and we've got them here in the studio. Celeste Headlee.
That's right.
Our PB&J expert, and believe me, Celeste has some. I mean, what's your alternative to the PB&J?
I put peanut butter with a thin layer of honey, and then I put butter on the outside of the bread, grill it, and then dip it into the jelly.
So you grill the bread with the butter on it?
Yeah, I grill it like you would grill a grilled cheese sandwich with peanut butter and honey inside, and then you dip it into whatever jelly.
So the jelly is kind of like a post-cooking condiment.
That's right.
And you're not worried about the peanut butter becoming runny, because that can be an issue with peanut butter grillage.
No, you do it very lightly. Lightly.
You see why Celeste Headlee is our judge.
Yes.
You can tell.
She passes muster.
I've thought deeply.
Mark Garrison, you begin. What did you come up with here trying to outdo the PB&J with PB and...
A few things like that. We had a 6-ingredient limit, which was what the takeaway put on us like that. But I'm saying this is a morning show, so I needed a breakfast-compatible sandwich. So I took creamy peanut butter, blended it with some espresso, so you get a caffeine kick to start your morning, and then I added some maple syrup to that. So kind of in the honey realm, but I wanted to surprise Dan because I'm a big honey person, so I surprised him with the maple syrup. And then I have chopped up hazelnuts that I sprinkle on there because I will not allow a jar to dictate how much crunch I get. I want to decide how much crunch I get and which nuts they are. So you've got chopped up hazelnuts in there like that.
All right.
This is crunch empowerment.
All right. So Celeste is now tasting the Mark Garrison version of the PB&J. No reaction. Just okay. Just try to keep it objective
poker face.
All right, poker faced. She's certainly not spitting it out, Mark. I can certainly see that. Dan, you're next.
Well, John, I was also cognizant of the fact that this is a morning show, and because you guys are forced to get up so incredibly early to do your jobs, I figured that would probably drive you to drink.
Or, as Melissa Clark says, you always win when you put bacon in something. Yeah. So that could have been an option.
That is another option, yes. I did not go the bacon route, though. I decided to add in a little bit, those little miniature chocolate liquor bottles? Anton Berg chocolate liquor bottles? Well, I took some chocolate liquor bottles of Cointreau, chopped them up. I drizzled the Cointreau over some chunky peanut butter, then chopped up the chocolate and dropped the chocolate chunks into the sandwich, finished it with a honey drizzle. You get a nice little kick, but some sweetness, because you don't want anything too sharp early in the morning. But I think you'll enjoy the rest of the show after this.
Right. Celeste is now trying Dan Pashman's peanut butter and Cointreau et al. All right, we're waiting for the result. Celeste, in the last minute and 35 seconds of the program, who is the winner of the PB&J or PB and blank, you fill it in, SmackDown?
I'm going to go with the espresso.
Ooh. He's going with Garrison. Celeste Headlee is going with Garrison.
Thank you, Celeste.
They're both delicious sandwiches.
Yep.
I think she didn't get drunk enough on my sandwich. Maybe you want a few more bites.
We could try yours at a happy hour, I feel like.
There you go. See, the peanut butter with the crunch and kick from Dan, I would probably enjoy later in the day.
All right. Dan Pashman and Mark Garrison, their versions of the PB and blank, you fill in the blank, are available on our website. Also, go to the Sporkful podcast at thesporkful.com. Mark and Dan, thanks so much. Great, guys. Terrific.
Cool. Thanks.
Well
Thanks
done.
so much. Thanks for having us.
Sure.
See, this sandwich really pays off in the aftertaste.